What's going on, everybody? Anthony Campo here, your coach and host of the Be Battle Ready podcast. And I want to know, are you winning the battle between yes and no?
The question is, what does it take to build a battle ready business? What does it take to dial in your marketing, sales, fulfillment, and leadership so that you can go to war in the marketplace and win? My name is Anthony Campo, your host and chief coach at Battle Ready Business. This is the Be Battle Ready podcast, Daily Battle Edition. And on a daily basis, we're going to take a deep dive look at what it takes to win in the marketplace. So sit back, relax, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right. So the last few days, I started listening to David Goggins' book, You Can't Hurt Me. And he started talking today about how he was winning the battle in his mind, right? And this really triggered me to understand and reflect upon the times that, throughout my life of training and trying to attempt things, and either, it might be in physically, it might be in my relationships, it might be in my business, it might be just to set goals and get shit done, right? And the times that I've made progress and not made progress. And it all comes down to winning the battle in your mind between yes or no. And, I realized I was actually listening to him as I was running this morning. Cause one of the things is that, I've stayed relatively fit, but I avoid running, and I've always avoided running throughout, long distance running, for the longest time. 2-3 days ago, I just decided, look, I'm going to go run, and I'm going to go run to this point and then turn around and come back. And then, the next day I extended that run, and today I extended that run. And I realized that, that the times that I've really, been on fire is when I physically win the battle first thing of yes or no. So I wake up, you wake up, and we all have a question. Are you going to win this battle today? And who's going to win? The person who says yes inside of you, the person in your mind, the voice in your mind that says yes, or the person in your mind that says no. So for me, I can conquer that first thing in the morning by conquering it physically. Winning that battle physically, and especially, going to the gym, like I wasn't good, it wasn't doing it. Was I really winning the battle? Partially. But that person in my mind that said no was taking up space. I was going to the gym. Was I really pushing myself? No. So winning that battle in our minds is the first place to start. And the best way to do this in the morning is to start with having a habit of doing something physical. And this comes down to being battle ready, right? Because the real battle that we fight every day is in our minds first. So I want to know, are you winning the battle of yes or no? And where else are you not winning the battle? Because I'll guarantee it, if you could win that first battle physically, of pushing yourself just outside your comfort zone, then you'll have momentum, you'll build speed, and you'll gain confidence, clarity, certainty to go ahead and face the next one. Case in point. So as I've described to you, I avoid it. I just don't enjoy it. I really don't enjoy long distance running. At one point, I was working with a coach, and he had me out on, once a week for an hour. It was my active recovery. And think about you were running for an hour as active recovery. And as I reflect upon that time was amazing, and I loved it because every day I got to battle. I got to win that battle of yes or no. I got to go face a challenge inside my day. And then over the course of 3 years, I did that for 3 years. And then, I allowed that space in my mind for that voice to say, no, oh, you have this, you have that. We have time. You don't have enough time. You need to do more of this. And I share this with you, and I'm vulnerable, and I'm throwing myself under the bus in this because I want you to recognize those points. I want you to recognize when it's time to fight back and win that battle between yes or no. Because every time you win that battle, every time you allow yes to win, it feels so amazing. It's a victory. And, while I was on that run, it really hit me of like, what the hell what have I been chasing all this time? Like I've gone and saying, well, why am I hunting weakness? Why am I hunting things that I'm not good at to overcome them? And I could just focus on something I'm great at and, probably be financially rewarded even more for it. But, really it was mastery. It was mastery over myself, mastery over my mind, mastery over the weakness that we all carry. Because every time I face something like that, it doesn't matter if it's, I'll be honest with you right now. Like, I was like, oh, I don't want to share this. I don't want to talk about this. Posting and recording and putting myself out there is one of those things that I've got to win on a daily basis. So I want to know, where are you in your life not winning the battle between yes or no? And the mistake a lot of us make, we recognize, we kind of like we set our goals and targets because we want to stretch ourselves, but then we inadvertently put too much. We stretch it too much. We make it unrealistic. And just the key is to find that point where you are just stretched a little bit. Like, I'm completely physical. I could probably go run 10K, maybe a half marathon. I would probably be pretty beat up, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. The only thing that would be bugging me or would be a challenge would be mentally. Because, if I don't have something to distract me during that time, whatever. But the key is, running a mile and a half. I started a mile and a half 2 days ago. And then went over about 2.5 miles, or just over 2 miles. And then 3 miles today. So the key here is not to stretch yourself too much, but just a little bit at a time. One more step forward. Because forward progress is always better than no progress. And, we don't want to have regression in that. So, where are you when not winning the battle, yes or no? And what can you do today? One step that stretches you just a little bit to win that battle of yes or no. Hey, look, sometimes we don't see where we need to go. Sometimes we need a little help. And if that's you, I want to invite you to connect with me, reach out. You can go to my website, anthonydcampbell.com or campbellcall.com to book a call to get some coaching, and we could start working on you winning your battles between yes or no. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.
This concludes another episode of the Be Battle Ready podcast, Daily Battle Edition. If you're a business owner with 3 to 20 people and you want to build a battle ready business so that you can go to war in the marketplace and win, head over to battlereadybusiness.com/go to get the conversation started. Other than that, I'll see you next time.